Welcome. Fade to Black breaking news for this Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Help support the show, help everything that we do here. The links are below. Get your Fade to Black T-shirts. There are two kinds to get, two ways to get them. Everything's autographed and includes shipping. The links are below. And I also want to remind everybody we're 2 weeks away from Stairway to the Stars at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. We still have tickets available, and there are tickets still limited for the Area 51 excursion. We're taking 4 buses out to Rachel, Nevada. That's happening on Saturday night. And again, the links are below, and I think you can still get discounted room rates too as well. And your promo code for that is in the link below. All right. All right, let's get things started. Lots to discuss today on this day in history. 2003, supersonic passenger service ended as British Airways flew its last Concorde flight. Air France had ceased similar operations back in May of 2003 on this day in 2003. All right, here's your Fader Fact today, John Aside. Fader Fact. France executed the last person by guillotine in 1977, the same year Star Wars A New Hope came out. And that is your Fader Fact. Let's get to the breaking news. Vladimir Naskarov, the chairman of Russia's second largest oil producer, Lukoil, has died suddenly. No surprises there. At the age of 66, allegedly suffering a heart attack. Now, this was announced by the company earlier today, but Lukoil said that Naskarov had worked for almost 50 years in the oil and gas sector. He had also worked as Lukoil's first vice president and advisor to the company's president. There have been 23 oligarchs found dead in the last 12 months. And in some cases, their entire families have been killed, most with ties to the energy industry. And they have died suddenly in unclear circumstances, right? You know, falling downstairs, falling out of windows on vacation, stuff like that. In the months following the start of what Moscow calls its special military operation in Ukraine that started in February of 2022. Human faces sculpted into stone up to 2,000 years ago have appeared on a rocky outcropping along the Amazon River since water levels have dropped to record lows in the region's worst drought in more than a century. Some of the rock carvings, by the way, look at the images, kind of looks like alien grays. I'm just saying. All right, but there's a variety of faces there, and all of this is going to help researchers establish their origins, like from space. Archaeologist Jaime de Santana Oliveira announced everything yesterday, saying, and I quote, "The engravings are prehistoric or pre-colonial. We cannot date them exactly, but based on evidence of human occupation of the area, we believe them to be about 2,000 years old," end quote. The rocky point is called Ponta de las Hasas, and it is on the north shore of the Amazon, near where the Rio Negro and other rivers join up. Now, check this out. This is like the archaeology episode of Breaking News, because the ruins of, and I quote, incredibly rare, end quote, 5,000-year-old tombs have been uncovered in the Scottish Orkney Islands. National Museums of Scotland said in a statement earlier today. The excavation at home, East Mainland Orkney, revealed a stone structure accessed through a 23-foot-long passage and traces of a cairn, you know, a pile of stones, that would have covered it, representing the, and I quote, the pinnacle of Neolithic engineering in northern Britain, end quote. 14 articulated skeletons of men, women, and children, as well as other human remains, I'm not sure what that means, were discovered in one of the 6 smaller side cells that surrounded a large stone chamber. The Orkney Islands are older than anybody knows. from deep inside the Amazon rainforest. 24 previously unknown pre-Columbian earthworks have been brought to light, and more than 10,000 such constructs may still be waiting to be discovered. All of this according to new research. Analysis of the LiDAR data revealed 24 previously unknown earthworks in spots scattered across the Amazon basin. These sites included a town with a plaza and a fortified village in the south, megalithic structures in the north, and a rectangular and circular shapes or geoglyphs in the southwest. The area covered by LiDAR represented just 0.08% of the Amazon rainforest, which spans approximately 2.6 million square miles. Check this out. Love, lust, and power pulsate through Shakespeare's tale of Antony and Cleopatra. Now, in what is believed to be the first for Spain, so will the concept of consent as Barcelona's main opera house prepares to stage an adaptation of the tragedy. The operatic version, due to open this week at the Grand Teatre La Liceu, is among the first in Europe to have worked with an intimacy coordinator. Yeah. All of this in an effort to ensure performers are comfortable as they tackle scenes that include everything from touching, fondling, kissing, and caressing at the opera. The idea of bringing a consultant to focus in on intimacy was initially questioned by the show's producers, said Ida O'Brien, the intimacy coordinator who worked on the production. And I'm quoting her directly here. She says, there was a bit of a thing, going on. We haven't had this before, and we really don't think we need it, she said. You think? Finally, I'm going to leave you with this. I talked about this yesterday during the breaking news. That off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot that was accused of attempting to shut down the engines on a plane mid-flight also allegedly attempted to open an emergency door after he was removed from the cockpit. But it gets crazier. He warned flight attendants at one point that they should handcuff him, and later said that he had taken psychedelic mushrooms. That's right. All of this according to the feds and their affidavit that was filed earlier today in court. When police interviewed 44-year-old Joseph Emerson after the plane was diverted from Portland to Portland yesterday, he told them that he thought he was having a nervous breakdown and he hadn't slept in 40 hours. He denied taking any medication, according to the affidavit, but told police he became depressed 6 months ago and talked to an officer about the use of psychedelic mushrooms, stating that it was his first time taking them. It's unclear whether Emerson was actively under the influence of psychedelic mushrooms during the flight. The affidavit does not mention any evidence one way or the other beyond Emerson's own comments to police. There you go. That's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. I want to remind everybody tonight on Fade to Black, Ruben Uriarte is with us, and we're going to talk about his latest UFO research. But for now, go back, Lee Tappy.